Hey everybody, DM Jim here, and welcome to a new episode of the Tabletop Engineer. I am getting ready to head off to Mace, and I'm not quite sure if this video is going to get put up in time. I'm having some technical difficulties. When I'm at Mace, I am going to be running an Intro to Gaslands class. We're going to play the game. I don't know if I'm going to get to play, but the idea is to introduce new players to the rules and things like that. I've got a lot of my old cars that I've made, but I wanted to make something new. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how I made this one. Let's go to the tabletop and I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to get started on a new Gaslands vehicle. I'm heading to Mace next week, and I want to have something new, not necessarily unique, because somebody else may have this, but I found this car. It is the Mattel Hot Wheels Screamliner, all one word. I love the look of this thing. So what I'm going to do is I have this new 2-pack of sprues that come with different car engines and weapons and stuff. And it's called Implements of Carnage. It is from a company that is Friends of Gaslands. It looks like it's made by North Star Military Figures. So there it is, Nick Ayers, North Star Military Figures. That's where I ordered. That's where you can order them. I got them at my local gaming store. The website is northstarfigures.com. Check it out if you're looking for something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Oh, that's nice, a Ziploc bag. Not just a plain bag that everything can come out in. So I'm going to take one sprue here. And of course what I'm going to do is I'm not going to strip the paint on this, but I'm not going to glue to paint. So I'm going to use some sandpaper to just rough it up and give me a good contact point. This thing has, obviously it's a car, so it has no weapons, nothing really crazy on it. So we're going to crazy this up. Obviously, I love mufflers and exhaust pipes, so those look really cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Looks like some rockets, mortars are on top here, some grill work, some crazy looking weapons, machine guns. Yeah, this is definitely looking pretty cool. But anyway, I'm just gonna get started and let's see what we can do here. So obviously what I need is sandpaper first, and I do have some. I'm not going to need a lot of this. I'll just cut a small piece and I'll just sand where I want to put them. So the first thing I'm looking at is I need to weaponize it. So this is it's so hard with all these cool looking machine guns. Definitely, if you see the fin here, that's perfect. I could take off one of these small machine gun pairs. It's two machine guns connected. So I could take that and probably put it on the top. So let me clip these, and I'm gonna file this down so that, I want it to look nice. So I'm willing to spend a little bit of time here doing some filing. Gotta be careful when messing with little teeny pieces like this, because you can break them real easy. Okay. Yeah, there. I don't know if you can see, but there's little plastic nubs where it was connected to the sprue. I gotta get those off because they won't allow the gun to look right with it if they stay there. But the hard part is they're very tricky to sand because these are so soft. All right, that's better. Get this one. That's better. So what I was thinking is I put this right here so it splits the fin, excuse me, right there, right on top. All right. So that means I'm going to have to sand right here. Right there. See how I exposed the metal? I'm going to expose here too. All right. And then all I've got to do is find the mounting points. The mounting points are just these two side pieces right here and the back of the machine gun. They'll touch. So I can Not really. They don't touch all that well. It looks like the mounting point is going to be something different. Well, it's hard to tell. Let's see. Yeah, so it's going to actually be the bodies of the machine guns right here. So just put a little dab of glue there. And what I do is I take some accelerant right here, spray the metal, and then I'm only going to get one shot at this. So I want to place it down and hold it for just a few seconds. There we go. Wow, that is a good, yeah, that accelerant really helps. And as you can see, I got it mounted right there on the side. So 2 machine guns. Let's see what else we want to do. I don't know. The wheels are hidden behind these flared fenders, so I probably could do something on the fenders. Let me see what I want to do there. Actually, I like these rear fenders too. I wonder if those exhaust pipes, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put these exhaust pipes on the back of the fenders. Probably in no way or form would that happen in real life, but I just want to make it look cool. All right, so let's see. I need to actually get my trimmers. Here we go. These are the kind I need because they cut flush. There we go. So they're going to go on the side of the fenders like so. No, not the front ones, they go on the back ones. Yeah. All right, so a little bit of sanding right here on the side. Okay, so I'm going to glue here. Spray a little of this right there. And then probably ought to, I should have swept them back. That's okay. Yeah, no, I am. I'm going to break that off and put it on this side. Didn't even think about that. Okay, so my next job is to prime this. I'm not done with it. I've glued 2 machine guns here, 1 on each side of the hood, some exhaust pipes on the side, and 2 mine droppers on the back. what I'm going to do is prime it. Of course, once all that's done, I'll paint it up and try to give it a used, beat-up feel. I love the chrome, but it's just too much, so I'm going to prime it, and then I'll paint it again with some metallics, but with metallics it won't be so shiny. I started painting the car by mixing up a custom purple. I used some purple miniature paint with a little drop of linen white, which gave it just a really nice purple. I realized I wanted a two-tone car, so you can see here that I'm painting the hood, the fin, and the doors black. And then I mixed up a lighter mix of this same purple, just a couple more drops of the linen white. And I hit the fenders, doors, and fins. It's very hard to tell in the video, but there is a two-tone look to the vehicle. And I did this before applying the dark wash that you can see I'm putting on here. So there you go. Nothing real fancy, just a basic Hot Wheels car. This one is called the Screamliner. I just liked it. It had this old style with the fenders and the fin on the back. And I just added some of these little weapons that I got from North Star Miniatures for the exhaust and the guns. Gave it the purple paint, a custom color that I mixed up with some purple and white. And then I went a bit lighter for the fin, the doors, and the hood. On the video, I don't think it's showing up that well. I'll take some close-up photos so you can see. But there is a two-tone paint job here, and then the wash gives it that weathered look. So I'm going to take this to Mace, and if I get to play Gaslands, this is going to be the car I run. So for those of you who are heading to Mace, looking forward to seeing you there. If you're not able to make it, maybe next year, but definitely you want to check out Gaslands if you've never played it. It's a vehicle combat skirmish war game. You play with Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, put weapons on them, and take them to the tabletop to play. This is DM Jim. I'll be back next week with a new episode. Right now, I'd just like to remind you to hit the subscribe button so you'll be alerted when new videos come out. Please check out the Tabletop Engineer Facebook page, where I have a lot of friends there that we post photos, talk about some of the projects we're doing. I do some live events occasionally there. Please come over there and check us out. And finally, if you're not a subscriber to Bexham's Bizarre Gaming Magazine, check out the description below. You can go get issue number 6 for free. Issue number 12 is going to be coming out on December 1. It's hard to believe we've got 12 issues of Bexham's Bizarre. It's been a year since that magazine came out. I'm still enjoying making it, still loving that my contributors are helping me with new articles and stuff like that. So please check the magazine out, and if you do like it, please consider subscribing. There's information below in the description on how to do that. The magazine is going to continue into 2020, so I hope I can win you over as a subscriber. All right, that's all I got. I'll see you next week with a new project. Take care.